Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Silvestre, with 200 games under his belt now, the standout name from both lineups. Don't you reckon, Jim?
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real tactical aptitude, and number 200 should be no different.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Ribéry. And reclaimed it in a trice. Eto'o. Now it's Kaka. Seedorf. And it's Kaka. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Now that looks a decent ball. And he can clear it away.
Talk about asking for trouble. We all know he's more than capable of hitting the target from there.
Rodri. Messi. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Now it's Ribéry. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Knocks it into space. Kaka plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. So we're still where we started right now. Silvestre. Nicely weighted ball. Not a hint of offside here. Oh, such a clever touch. Silvestre is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Great ball, and he's in here. It's Totti! They've scored! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Kong and Hanoi are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's worked it through. And this is Hullet. Tries a shot! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Kong and Hanoi are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Kaka. Now Seedorf. And he's picked out the run.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And here's Eto'o. Hullet. Kaka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pinches it off him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a lovely, neat pass. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, it's come loose. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's had it taken off him. And it's Kaka. He's going to be disappointed with that. Gullit. Totti. Little pass back. Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. And the shot's on here. He's having a shot! And it's Ribéry. So a temporary halt to the action. How would you review the first half?
Kong and Hanoi clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Kong and Hanoi looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. Back on the way then. Oh, no joy this time. Courtois is there to clear. Looking for the run. Pass somewhat off target. Passes short and sharp. That is a great pick out. Messi! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Varane gathers from the goal kick. Pirlo. Can he get it through? Gullit looking to receive it in space. Kaka. Totti with 2 goals already to his name. And it's Eto'o. Seedorf. Now it's Totti. Silvestre being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff.
Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Kong and Hanoi have themselves a chance from the spot. Van der Sar must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Kong and Hanoi find a position of real strength now. Thuram. Seedorf did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, nice one too. Very nice. Seedorf. Pirlo. Gullit. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. That is lovely. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Rodri. Kaka, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Eto'o. Rodri. And it's Ribéry. Seedorf does well to get it back. Gullit. And it's Kaka. He's a sharp little ball here. Ribéry. Chance here to counter. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And this is Luis Suarez. Messi shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 13.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Camisa 7.
Flamengo may be down, but not out just yet. Kong and Hanoi are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Rodri. And here's Eto'o. Aimed beyond the defence. There's the shot! Stojkovic. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now, can they get him away? He's being urged to shoot. He'll try from distance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, there's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zico. Mateus. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's nice. And he's in on goal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kagawa, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Silvestre. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And here's Messi. Seedorf. And this is Eto'o. Now he's running away. Varane did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mateus. Now Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Shot, surely! This is Messi. Stojkovic. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. So that's it, it is all over. Kong and Hanoi are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief control. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Hullet. No, he's not getting any further than that. Bremer gets across and deals with it. Threads one in, and there's green grass ahead of him. He's found a way through. So decent chance! Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Looking for options for movement. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Kaka. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get it through? They're back in possession and ready to go again. Cafu. Still goalless. Kaka plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. McManaman. Oh, strongly challenged there. Silvestre. Rafinha.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dahari. And the shot! Goal! Norway! And it's Norway who take the lead.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Norway have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Romario. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Strokes it back. It's a good spell of possession, this. Kaka looking to be a menace in the final third.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Goes back. Seedorf. Tries to pass it through. Now that's a lovely exchange. Crossed into the middle. Nicely aimed pass. Norway are looking to break at pace. Now it's Thuram. Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
Kongan Hanoi truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Kaka. And it's Hullet. Now Saliba. Nicely weighted ball. And he shoots! That has not gone well. And again! And that's a sharp finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Kong and Hanoi restore parity. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Back on the way then.
Kongan Hanoi are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
He's picked his way through. Cafu makes a move down the right. Bremer cuts out the pass. Kaká. McManaman. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kaka driving forwards. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Roberto Baggio. That is good alertness.
Norway definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
McManaman. McManaman to Hardy. It'll pass back. Totti. Kaka. Now it's Hullet. And it's Totti. It's a promising position. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Hullet. He's through here. Oh, he's all alone. And Romario!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, just a keeper now. Goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. And the comeback is complete. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Kong and Hanoi have their lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Rafinha. And it's Koku. And here's Hullet. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Just about up to 75 minutes. And this is Romario. Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 18.
Xabi Alonso moves short.
Number 21. Gullit.
Fermin.
Number 7.
And here's
Guido.
Batistuta.
Coming on the field. Number 15.
Batistuta!
Kovacic. Number 11.
And that could have brought them level.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here.
Substitution.
Rafinha. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. And this is Owen, and he's managed to get free. Now there's a fine ball.
Kongan Hanoi clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And this is Batistuta. Batistuta touches it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way. Van Basten really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rafinha. And this is Owen. He is through here. Surely he's having a shot. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Saliba. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Batistuta. Shoots! And a neat finish. They have stolen level at the last. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that fit.
It's Basho! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Kong and Hanoi have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find...
nấu giờ để chạy gì.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Totti. Cafu drives forward on the overlap. It'll be a throw-in. Mbappe. Rodri. Now it's Mbappe, distributed tidily.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Mbappe receives it in a good position here, and he was quick to react. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Now it's Gullit. Seedorf. And here's Baggio. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And here's Baggio. Nice control. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Bale. It's played through for him. And now they can clear their lines.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Roberto Baggio. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. Seedorf. Now it's Gullit. Shapes to shoot! Schneider. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gullit. And it's Schneider. And that interception was most necessary. Roberto Baggio. He's looking wide. Cross into the box. And that should get the job done. Mbappe makes a dash for it. A heavy challenge. Seedorf. And it's Seedorf. Looking for the run. And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Alonso. The muscular approach does pay off here. Howson. And it's Baggio. It's Seedorf. Roberto Baggio. Now it's Kaká. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's there to belt it away. Seedorf. Ball comes. Oh, great leap! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Mbappe looking sharper, more menacing with every chance that comes his way. Schneider. And it's Bale. Costa Curta. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now Mbappe. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now he's off and running. Just eases him off the ball. Costa Curta. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Attendees, this is a
Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So right back into the action.
Kongan Hanoi clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Can he get it through? Shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Kaká clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Maldini scooting forward. Schneider has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He's a sharp shot at goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vittoria with the corner, there first. He's there to head it! No, just not quite. Kaká. That's a good foray he's making. This is a promising build-up. Has to go back here. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. And this is Hullet. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Costa Curta. Bale. That pass isn't the best. And it's Baggio. Seedorf. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Seedorf. And here's Kaká. Silvestre has it in a wide... Terrific effort! And that's a sharp finish! A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the
Đúng rồi
defence let
nha.
themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Kong and Hanoi have
Bây giờ về
penetrated
rồi,
for the
boss.
first time.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Space for him to turn and look. Seedorf. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
And it's Baggio. Seedorf. Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's an excellent interception. Rodri. Looking for options for movement. Cafu. 75 minutes played.
Kong and Hanoi clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Nicely intercepted. That's a good ball out wide. Aimed beyond the defence. He is through here. Crosses it. Bullish header!
Máy sắp được
And there's a
như này em.
goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's a lovely, neat pass. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
He's picked his way through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Bale. That's going across goal. And that has been cleared. And it's hoisted clear. Cafu is always looking to play quality balls.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries to play it through. Played back to the goalkeeper.
Mẹ mà thế đàng hoàng rồi.
Cass.
Cái luôn.
They'll have to settle for that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Pullet picking up.
Thế đàng hoàng.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Good ball, good take. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, for any attacker facing him, Peter, trying to force your way through Rio Ferdinand must be a daunting prospect.
Well, he is one of the great English defenders of his generation.
Quite, Peter. His playing style boasts good speed and technique, a superb reading of the game. He hardly had to tackle. That in itself can be seen as quite an achievement.
Kagawa. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And this is Hullet. Closing in on goal. Oh, there's a probing ball. Pepe did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Baggio. Nice control. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Has a look and plays it forward. Kagawa.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Now it's Hullet.
Ôi, cái đéo gì đấy?
Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Kaka. And here's Baggio. Seedorf. Silvestre. And this is Roberto Baggio. Kaká. Oh, that's neat. He is just caressing the ball. Spread it left. And that is headed for the middle. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. In towards the back stick. Ferdinand attempts a clearance. Messi. Roberto Baggio has crossed into the middle, and it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Hullet, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. And it's hoisted clear. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's going for goal! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
That's a nicely weighted pass. Goes for a shot! And he's there to belt it away. Cafu. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Kagawa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Goes for the shot! Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Cái đéo gì đấy nhỉ?
Messi played with finesse. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Big chance! He's got away with one there. Cafu. And it's Kagawa. Kaka. Now it's Hullet. Kaká. And it's Baggio. Ferdinand. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's got away. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So straight into the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Point-blank header! He will be livid with himself. Nesta. Roberto Baggio. And he's quick to return it. Lahm getting forward. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Corner number 2 then. And a header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least.
Chance, surely! And a neat finish. And we have liftoff. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Kong and Hanoi have taken... Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bremer.
Cái đi, mày em phải
He's
bó tay.
shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth
Cái đi ăn gì
sense.
đấy?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Messi. Tries one from range.
Mày lại Blitz. Một cú
He's
xuống ngoài.
got himself an
Cái thằng cặp này.
absolute peach. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
That was magnificent.
Ah,
The way he cut it so
bóng tay luôn.
perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Manchester shoots! And that's a good finish. And again they hit the front. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Showing good feet. Silvestre. Ball's gone out of play.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 15, Baggio. Number 20,
Rafinha
Suarez.
hangs in a cross.
Coming on the field.
Defending
Number
of the
22,
desperate variety.
Francesco Totti.
They may
Number
end up with
10,
some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Mà chứ.
And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Messi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Cafu. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Totti. And Silvestre. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Seedorf. Showing great feet there. Back when it goes. He'll try from distance. Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
And here's Hullet. Kong and Hanoi close now to seeing this one through to the end. Looking tidy in possession here.
Dạ.
Kong and Hanoi can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And this is Nedved. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Totti in the hunt and looking threatening. Seedorf. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Đi mẹ đá áo được 2.000 điểm.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
And it's Seedorf. And this is Hullet. And he's got the beating of his man. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Looks to the other side. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Taken back almost at once. Kong and Hanoi appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. And here's Kagawa. Lovely pass, but can he get... Big chance! Toure clears without hesitation. Quarter of an hour played. And here's Hullet. That's tidy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. A heavy challenge. And this is Hullet. Kagawa. Seedorf. He's chosen to go back.
Oida.
Mbappe. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Hullet. Good pressure, determined, intense.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Here comes the cross. So it is still 0-0. Kaka can see things others simply cannot. Oh, well measured. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Seedorf. Now this could be a chance. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that's gone loose. That'll be a throw-in. Plenty to aim at here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Seedorf. It's a threatening ball. Strokes it back. Looking to play him in. And he's cut it out. That has been knocked clear. Bremer gets over and intercepts. Seedorf. Kagawa. He came in hard, very hard. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. And the ball's come loose here. And he's really put himself on the line here.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And he's quick to snatch it back. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Kaká. Now it's Gullit. Cafu. And it's Seedorf.
Okay.
Nedved, renowned for his long-range shooting. Kaká. Kaká. In with the challenge. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Against the crossbar. Ruud Gullit! Oh, it's fabulous!
Well, what a great goal from a great player. An absolutely glorious strike, just when no one expected it. A real mood changer right on half-time too. Now, all of a sudden, they're going into the break on a real high.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Kong and Hanoi just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Kong and Hanoi just about ahead, 1-0 at the break.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. Luis Suárez.
So we're off again. Kong and Hanoi currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Baresi knocks it into space. Time and again they are repelled. No way through. And here's Messi. Albert Ferrer receives it in a wide position.
Well played and well cleared. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Kong and Hanoi have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Seedorf tries to play it through. Baggio, just a keeper in his way. Oh, what's he giving here? Kong and Hanoi presented with a golden opportunity here. Buffon to save this spot kick and his team. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
It reached its target, but it was almost stopped from maybe good goalkeeping homework.
Kong and Hanoi are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Cruyff, well seen, saw that coming. Seedorf, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Shot and the shot! And a neat finish! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And here's Kaká. And this is Roberto Baggio. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So
Ambrosini
changes afoot here,
será
and from
sustituido
both
por
sides.
O'Shea. Se va a
And
realizar
here's
un cambio de
Gullit,
jugadores.
showing good feet. He's played it back, played out wide. Silvestre has it in a wide position. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Keeper's got good distance on that. And it's Totti. Pressure coming in from all directions. Tries to pass it through, and he welcomes it in. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Messi wins the duel this time. Nedved, nicely shaped ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Kongan Hanoi surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's Gullit. Roberto Baggio. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. O'Shea did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It'll be a throw-in. Nice bit of trickery. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Totti. Now it's Kaká.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Kaká. He's found a way through. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
Ronaldinho.
Well,
Se va a
great
llevar a
position
cabo
for
un
a
cambio
cross
de
this,
jugadores.
Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Deco. Oh, that's neat. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here. That is good strength.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That pass isn't the best. Deco. Great vision.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that should get the job done. The ball has bounced loose now.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Now, can they get him away? Now the ball in. Buffon claims it, safe hands. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ronaldinho is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Defending of the desperate variety. And the referee brings it to a close. Kong and Hanoi proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone.
Một, hai, ba, bốn, năm, sáu, bảy, tám, chín, 10, 11, 10 September.